So we got this question from our buddy Nick, who is confused about why his life is great, but oftentimes he just feels horrible. He's happy, and then it doesn't last. He's upset. He's sad about something, but he doesn't even exactly know why. He rationalizes that, well, I have everything I need. My life is basically good, but I feel horrible. I look in the mirror, I don't like myself. What's going on here? How can I avoid these horrible feelings about myself, this depression that comes over me, when in reality my life is good? Why is this happening, and how can I avoid these ups and downs? Very first thing I want to let you know, Nick, is that you're not alone. I go through this quite often, more often than I'd like to admit. There are times where my life is fucking awesome. You guys watch me, and of course I'm a little bit of a celebrity because I make these videos, so you think that like my life is perfect, and in many ways it is. But there are times when I look in the mirror, or I just wake up, and for absolutely no reason in my body, I feel horrible. And I know what you're saying too, because your mind your head brain is saying, dude, rationally, what the fuck is your problem? But you feel the heaviness in your body. I've shared many different ideas and perspectives with you on meditation and looking at yourself objectively, recognizing that these are just negative thoughts that come from our environment. Some even believe they're embedded in our DNA or come from past lives. I've also shared ideas about how to free your body from the tension associated with this. So I wanted to do something different and share with you a third of multiple perspectives that you could use when there are times that you can't rationally understand why you feel like shit. Why does depression come over me? There's a really great quote by Abdul Baha where he says, be generous in your prosperity, but thankful in your adversity. And it's a way of life. It's a way of balancing out the ups and downs of your life, because there are going to be times when you're prosperous. And when I say prosperous, it doesn't mean that you're making $10,000 a day. It means that life is, I feel good. There's a sense of prosperity coming over me. Things are good and they're going to be good. In those times, recognize that it's happening. Recognize that it's 50% of the game, the other side of the coin, and be generous in that. If you feel good, give those good feelings to other people. Say nice things to people. If you got a little bit of extra change in your pocket, buy something for someone, a stranger. Hold the door open, smile, say a kind word. Be overflowing with that prosperity when you have it. Do not hold on to it, or do not suppress it. Do not be stingy with it. Give, 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 give in every opportunity that you have when life is prosperous, when you're feeling good. It's going to set up. I've experienced this myself, and I use this technique quite often. And it's a perspective that I have to keep reminding myself of, and that's why I'm sharing this with you. It sets up, when you're that way in prosperity, it sets up a stronger rebound when in squalor, when what was the word I used? When there's adversity. Now this adversity might be internal adversity. You're just feeling bad about stuff. You don't know why. Or it could be that things are really bad. Circumstances have played out such that there are things that aren't really good in your life. Right now things are hard. Someone died, you failed something, whatever the case may be. A woman broke up with you. You're in adversity. In that time, now I mentioned rebound. Now you can even help the rebound even more, because really all of life is about how we choose to feel about it. When you're in that circumstance of adversity, be it intrinsic or extrinsic, cultivate gratitude. It's very difficult at that time, but trust me, it's going to help catapult you back into good feelings. Good feelings are a choice, but we've got to know how to navigate the circumstances of our life in order to get more of good feelings than bad feelings. And like I said, when you give during times of prosperity, there's good feelings, and it is a stronger rebound from times of adversity. And during times of adversity, when you are grateful for all you do have, it again brings back good feelings. It allows good feelings. All this is subjective, because there are people who have everything but are depressed, and there are people who have nothing and they're happy. It's all about the choice. And when you are in adversity but you're grateful for the little that you have, You choose feeling. It rebounds you back into you choose the feeling of goodness, well-being in your body. I have a lot of great things in my life, but there are times when I just don't feel good. So I have to remind myself, boy, I have a great wife who supports me and loves me with all her heart. I have beautiful children who are healthy. I mean, that's a unique thing. There are children in the world who are born unhealthy. I can help. I can put food in their mouth. Not only can I put food in their mouth, but I have a knowledge of what is healthy for them that I could support them with. I have a car. I am healthy myself. I don't have any chronic disease. I have a roof over my head. I'm wearing clothing. I've had a meal today. I can drink clean water. There's clean, fresh air for me to inhale. No matter how bad things get, there's always something. It's usually the most rudimentary things, the most basic and primal things that you've got to be grateful for. You choose to be grateful for. Choose to be grateful for the fact that your heart beats. What a magnificent thing that your heart beats. Or that you have a shower. How crazy is it that we have water that goes through pipes that just rain down upon us? We have rain to clean our body at our whim, at our will. And you could even adjust the temperature of that rain. That's magnificent. I mean, that's never happened before in the history of mankind, right? I mean, how long have we been doing that? We've got sewage. You take a shit and it doesn't stay here. It doesn't linger and create disease. You've got toilets you can flush. You've got a refrigerator that keeps your food from spoiling. My parents grew up in Belize and they had to eat whatever they harvested for that day, or they put it in salt or something. You have a refrigerator, more than likely. Life is good, but we tend to forget when we become too focused on what we don't have, and we become focused on the bad feelings that sometimes come out of nowhere. Like I said, there are those that believe that they come from past lifetimes. Something bad happened to you 7 lifetimes ago, and it's showing up in your body. You don't need to analyze it. You don't need to tangle with it. But what you can do is to allow it to dissipate by being grateful for what you do have right now. Be generous when times are good, and be grateful when times are bad.